far, maybe even going poof. What the pennies do for Big Ben, this does for the world. Who do you think it is who is speaking to you? Well, sometimes I think it is God, and then I think no, God would have a deeper voice. Would you care for a prune, doctor? Oh no, thank you. I was just leaving. But you have just arrived. Oh, careful. I have no idea how the thing works. All I know is that the voice tells me what it needs and I get it. Goodbye, Mr. Witherspoon. You keep up the good work. We could call it a sculpture. Would that make my niece happy? What? Oh no. If you happen to run across an old tuba, would you bring it by? I need it in 2 hours. The doctor left, his mind a whirlwind of doubt and creeping belief. The niece, however, was not so easily dissuaded. She saw only the eccentric uncle who needed structure. She pushed for institutionalization, ignoring the doctor's hesitation. Cynthia, do not do this to me. Uncle Edgar, please. It is just for 3 days while they observe you. It is too long. It has to be maintained, kept in balance. Mr. Witherspoon, you hear voices. That is not normal. You must understand that. You hear voices, too. No, healthy people do not hear voices. You hear mine, do you not? That is not the same thing. Why? What is the difference between a sane man hearing a crazy voice and a crazy man hearing a sane voice? Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. You do not understand the risk you are taking. I knew it. There goes Tatoa. What is Tatoa? A tiny island in the South Pacific. What time is it? 3:17? At 3:17 in the afternoon, Tatoa became history because of you. Please, weather is still time. It will take me days to clean up this junk. Keep her away from it. Remember Tatoa. The doctor watched as the man was led away, his heart sinking. He looked at the machine, standing cold and silent in the center of the room. It was a classic, tragic tale of a man, tired and feeling useless, who created a delusion of grandeur to feel that he was vital to the world's survival. Poor Uncle Edgar. He stood there for a long time, the silence of the room pressing in on him. He turned on the radio to fill the void, his hand trembling as he adjusted the dial. Mideast stalemate continues. Congress passes Transportation Act. And in the South Pacific, the tiny island of Tatoa is destroyed by a tidal wave. Details on this and all the news in an hour. The blood drained from the doctor's face. Did he say Tatoa? Yes, the number for the Chronicle, please. Thank you. Hello, I want to check on a news story. I just heard something on the radio about a tidal wave destroying an island. Yes, that is it. Are there any details? 1,000. Really? When this afternoon? I mean, exactly what time? Thank you. Miss Walker. Yes, doctor. Tatoa was destroyed at 3:17 this afternoon. Is that bad? Last week, Santa Barbara was hit by an earthquake. I am not taking any chances. Oh my God, the landlady. She will destroy it. Santa Barbara? Get Mr. Witherspoon released immediately. Drive him home. You personally as fast as you can. Do not touch the thing. You did not, did you? You have not touched anything or moved anything. Not yet. Why? Because this is the creation of a disordered mind. And by studying it, analyzing it just exactly as he left it, I can come to a deeper insight into Mr. Witherspoon's problem. He is a loony. What else do you have to know? No. It is not that simple. I cannot rent this place with garbage in it. All right, I will rent it. You? Yes. I will give you double what you are getting. I will be up later with the check. Thank you, Mrs. Mulligan. He is escaped. Excuse me, Mr. Witherspoon. Mr. Witherspoon. Should I call the cops? No. Everything is going to be fine. You got a handkerchief? Oh, yes. Yes, right away. Thanks. That lady had me dressed so fast. I left mine behind. Mr. Witherspoon, I do not know how to begin to apologize. Nothing in my training had prepared me for a case like yours. Well, nice meeting you. Where are you going? Away finally after 11 years. But what about tough? The voice spoke to me while I was in your hospital. It said, "Edgar, have you ever been to Miami?" I said no, but I used to think it would be a nice place to retire. "Go for it," the voice said. "You are off duty. You mean all this is not necessary anymore?" "Sure it is. It is absolutely essential. The world still has to be kept in balance. So who is going to? And look, it needs adjusting already. That is it. Now, if I can just get a ping-pong ball in there by 7:13. Well, I guess we solved that little problem. I would get cracking if I was you."
Impossible.
"I refuse. Jeremy, really, you will grow to like it. Give it a chance. So long. Do not take any wooden nickels. Unless you really need them, of course. Mr. Witherspoon."
Non.
"A tambourine. I have to find a tambourine right away. Can you help me?" "Do you know where I can find a tambourine?" The doctor stood alone in the room, the strange machine humming with a life of its own. He looked at the vast collection of seemingly useless objects, each one a piece of a puzzle he had spent his life ignoring. He thought about the island of Tatoa and the quake in Santa Barbara, and he knew he could not walk away. If in the next few months you notice that there has been a spate of catastrophes, or things are just not going right, remember that Edgar Witherspoon's replacement is learning how to make some precise adjustments. Do not worry. His education will not last long. And then you will have a chance to make a difference. Perhaps you might give thanks to a physician whose practice extends to the well-being of the entire planet. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair offers a unique form of preventative medicine found only in the Twilight Zone. He picked up a wrench, his hand steadying, and for the first time in his life, he did not look for a logical explanation. He simply looked for the balance, and he began his work. The world, after all, was waiting for his next move, and he intended to keep it spinning perfectly, one paper clip at a time. Edgar Witherspoon was a man who lived in the margins of what society defined as sanity. To his neighbors, he was a nuisance, a collector of oddments, a scavenger of the mundane. To the world at large, he was invisible. But to those who possessed the ability to look beneath the surface, he was a guardian of the fragile equilibrium that kept the planet from descending into chaos. He lived in an apartment that felt more like a museum of forgotten treasures than a residence. It was a space filled with 3 paper clips here, a chrome coat hanger there, and perhaps one patent leather tap shoe tucked away in a corner. His landlady, Mrs. Milligan, was a woman who valued order and silence above all else. She viewed the clutter as a fire trap and the man himself as a local legend of madness. One afternoon, the frustration reached its zenith. Mrs. Milligan stood in the hallway, clutching her cardigan, waiting for the arrival of the man she had called to help. Dr. Jeremy Sinclair was a man of science, a man of logic, and a man who believed that every action had a clear, rational explanation. He was not prepared for the reality of Edgar Witherspoon. The doctor arrived with a calm demeanor, listening to the litany of complaints from Mrs. Milligan. She described the strange requests, the way Edgar rummaged through garbage dumps for pieces of broken dolls, heads, arms, and legs. She spoke of the worry of his niece, a kind woman who only wanted her uncle to be safe and sound. Dr. Sinclair approached the door of the apartment. He noticed the bell did not work. It appeared to have been disconnected, a deliberate act of isolation. He knocked, but the sound seemed to echo into a void. Inside, Edgar Witherspoon was busy. He was not merely collecting trash. He was curating a symphony of objects. He was currently looking for a brass thimble, a piece of his intricate puzzle that required exact placement. When he finally opened the door to find the doctor standing there, his focus was entirely on the task at hand. He was not interested in social pleasantries. "You are not Mr. Pilchick," Edgar said, barely glancing up from his workbench. "I am Dr. Jeremy Sinclair," the physician replied, trying to maintain a professional composure. "May I talk to you, Mr. Pilchick?" "Some other time, perhaps," Edgar murmured.